So right now, you already know how to layer and split your instruments. What if one instrument is a little bit louder than the other? So let's use a mixing console to actually turn one of those instruments down. Now right by your LCD panel, again, upper or lower, now this time it doesn't even matter because you have it on your main screen. So, right on your LCD panel, we have the right one, right two, and we have the left. And plus we have other features like mic, we have multipad, we have the style, and we have the song. So, either or, upper or lower keys, you can turn them down. Now whatever one that you highlighted is going to turn red. Now either you can use the buttons, upper and lower buttons, or you can use your wheel to turn it up and down. Another feature that you want to look at is your mixing console. Once you press that, you have a mixing console right here. So you have your pan part, you have your voice, and you have your level. Now to access, say for instance, the levels you know about, which is going to be upper or lower. Now what if I want my pan pot? What you do is on your left hand side of the screen, press the D key. So you can either pan position, which is right and left, or you can have it in the center. And what if you want to change your instrument? You press your C key to the right. So you have different options of basically what kind of balance that you want. Another feature that you have is your tab buttons. So not only that you have a mixer right here, but if you look on the top of the screen, you have voice, you have filter, you have tune, effect, and EQ. So you can design the speakers the way how you want it by just pressing those tab buttons. That's going to be your filter, brightness, and harmonics. You have your tune, so you can even tune up to an outside instrument or transpose even higher than a keyboard supposedly. You have your effects. Now your effects, so you have your onboard reverbs and your onboard chorus, and you have your DPS section right over here. Plus, when you go to type, you have a number of effects that you can choose from in many different categories. Plus you have your EQ. So once you go to the EQ mode, you have your presets, which is concert, auxiliary out, high five auxiliary, PA, or you can customize them right there, or if you want even more of a graphic EQ, you can customize your highs, mids, lows, and store them in two different positions. Now if you want to get even more creative with your sound, on the right hand side of the keyboard where your menu's at, you got your sound creative button. You can create your own sounds by using the presets and edit them the way how you want them. Now the minute that you press the sound creator button, the screen will actually jump to the sound creator screen. Now this gives you the option to make your own sound out of the preset. You have your own volume, touch sensitive, different octaves from your left and your right one and right two, your mono and poly, great for like analog synths, especially for your analog synths portamento. Now another thing is that you can mess around with these controls as long as you want, and if you want that original sound back again, you have to compare. So your compare is basically almost like your undo. Now when using your tab keys, on the top of the screen, your common, you have your control. So when I go to control, your filter, amplitude, your pitch modulation, these are all your LFOs. Amp modulation, and you have your other modulation. Then you have different sounds. So say for instance if you want your filter bright, harmonic, your EQ, attack, decay, release, vibrato, depth, speed, delay. Now your effect, how much you want your reverb, how much you want your chorus. Then this is your DPS depth. And the panel sustain. Now this is the different harmonies that you can preset of your voice. So if you want full chords, rock duet, your volume of your harmonies, your speeds. Speed basically of also trills. If you actually do trills, imitating a marimba. Design which one each you want. Multi, right 1, right 2, or auto select. Your chord note only, and your touch limit. Now, another way that is very easy to pick two voices at the same time, like a dual voice, is that you just press the two buttons that you want. Select the instruments that you want. So say for instance, right 1 is going to be piano, and then right 2 is going to be choir. So, I got my piano button right here, and my choir button. All I have to do is just press them together. Then I have my other dual voice. Now I'm going to teach you about registration. Registrations are located on the right hand side of the keyboard, right above the keys. Now, on your registration memory, you have basically 8 buttons of registration, plus the most important button, the memory. Now, to the left of the registration, you have registration banks and freeze. Another button that you might be able to use that's going to come handy is your direct access button. Now, using the direct access button, say for instance, if I wanted to find a control of a pitch bend, all I have to do is press the direct access button and then move the pitch bend wheel. Now, when I just did that, it took me basically to my pitch bend site. So I can have it -12 or +12 or whatever number that I vary at. Now you know where the buttons are. All you have to do is just press memory. The screen will jump to exactly what you want to save in the registration. So there's your options. You got song style, voice, multipad, harmony, tempo, pedal, transpose, scale, and mic. And you could check or uncheck any one of those by using the up or down 8 keys. Now I want to save what I just did. So all I have to do is just press memory and number 1. Now, when I'm playing the keyboard, I'll always have it saved in my registration.